ball, a patch of sand, a beautiful island. Sounds like just the right ingredients for the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup. This is the 6th time the title has been up for grabs and the first time the event has been staged in Oceania. And where better than Tahiti? It's all caused great excitement, the first time a FIFA tournament has been granted to one of the islands that speckle the South Pacific. 16 teams have qualified from around the globe. The game is obviously played much as it is on grass, with 3 12-minute periods and extra time and penalties as well, so no draws even in group games. The biggest challenge though is mastering the playing surface. Keep the ball in the air. If it hits the ground, anything can happen. It all kicked off at the Tahiti Stadium in the capital Papeete. The holders are Russia, whose players learned their skills on the shores of the Black Sea. They opened against Japan, and a couple of goals from Dmitry Shishin set them on their way to a 4-1 win. Further wins saw them safely through at the top of the group, along with the Japanese. Brazil are the traditional giants of this version of the game. Russia's shock victory in Italy 2 years ago snapped a run of 4 straight titles, so this squad has arrived in the South Pacific looking for vengeance. They breezed through their group with 3 straight wins and, prompted by the skill of Bruno Xavier, some exquisite goals. As for the hosts, they started each game with a haka. Part welcome, part challenge. Tahiti's been preparing for this tournament for years, and the Tiki Toa were determined to do themselves justice. After beating the UAE, they then overcame the USA 5-3 after extra time in an epic encounter. It meant qualification for the quarter-finals, the least the local supporters expected. They were slated to meet Argentina, while the holders Russia were handed a tricky encounter against Asian champions Iran. Russia's match was full of twists and turns. They trailed 3 times against a team that had unexpectedly put Ukraine out of their group. Russia were rescued by a late goal from star player Shishin, and they ran out winners by 6-5. Brazil also had a close shave. The Japanese coach, Rui Ramos, has developed a disciplined squad which never let Brazil get away from them, equalising at 3-3 with 5 minutes left. But Brazil never know when they're beaten. Bueno scored a late winner to put them through to the last 4. Spain saw off El Salvador. Again, the margin was only a single goal. Antonio's winner that secured the 2-1 victory was one of the goals of the tournament. But the match involving the hosts was very different. They came up against Argentina and took an early lead through Tairui. 8 minutes gone in the first period. Just seconds later came the turning point. A head injury for Angelo Chen, a red card for Santiago Hilaire. And after that, Tahiti simply ran riot. (6-1) it finished. Tahiti had become the first team from Oceania ever to make the last 4 of a FIFA tournament. So to the semi-finals, and Tahiti's reward was a match against the holders, Russia. A packed crowd of over 4,000 almost saw a fairy tale come true. Naya Bennett's goal put the hosts 3-2 up with 10 minutes to go. But in the last 5 minutes, Russia demonstrated why they're the best in the world. Not only did they keep Tahiti out, they scored 3 goals of their own. 5-3 it finished, Russia back in the final.
I think we managed to win even though so many spectators were against us. We spent our time trying to break the game up as it was heading away from us. It was a very crazy match.
It's not often that a contest between Brazil and Spain is something of an afterthought, but the second semi-final turned into a thriller. A goal each, Brazil had the chances to win before it headed into extra time. But beach soccer can be cruel. There's nothing any keeper can do when the sand takes against you. Spain, world champions at the 11-a-side game, former world champions of futsal, now had the chance to become the best at yet another form of the sport.
Once you get here, you need only one more game to be world champion. We'll tackle this game with our maximum desire, as it's more about willpower than tactics.
Sadly for Spain, Russia's willpower was that much the greater. After a goalless opening period, 3 strikes in the second stanza set the holders on their way. "5-1 it finished, a convincing margin of victory. Among the scorers was Dmitry Shishin, whose 11th goal made him the tournament's leading scorer. Russia, for the second time in a row, FIFA Beach Soccer champions of the world. They'll be going for the hat-trick in Portugal in 2 years' time.